For decades, claims of UFO sightings and alien encounters have lacked convincing evidence. Yet one figure stands out as a legendary name in UFO history: Bob Lazar. His revelations made in 1989 remain explosive and controversial. The story begins in March 1989 when a mysterious caller contacted KLAS-TV, a Las Vegas television station.
He has asked that his identity be shielded. Sir, how do we know you are who you say you are and that you actually have knowledge about what's going on at Groom Lake?
Well, I guess there's no way you could really know. There's really no way I could prove it without revealing my identity and getting myself into more trouble than I have already.
Exactly what's going on up there?
Well, there's several, actually 9 flying saucers, flying discs that are out there of extraterrestrial origin, and they're being test flown and basically just analyzed.
You say there's 9 saucers. How are those tests going?
As far as what?
As far as whether they're successful and that sort of thing.
Oh, well, some of them are 100% intact and operate perfectly. The other ones are being taken apart. I was involved mainly in propulsion and the power source.
Where did we get these saucers? How did they come into the hands of the government?
I haven't the slightest idea, and you have to understand the information is very compartmentalized, and I was only allowed information that pertained particularly to what I was involved in.
But I mean, couldn't our government have made them as opposed to getting them from some alien beings?
Totally impossible. The propulsion system is a gravity propulsion system. The power source is an antimatter reactor. This technology does not exist at all. In fact, one of the reasons that I'm going forward with this information, it's not only a crime against the American people, it's a crime against the scientific community, which I've been part of for some time. We're actively trying to duplicate these systems, yet they are in existence now and basically in the hands of the government.
What would happen to you if the government learned that you were giving us this information?
Anything could happen. I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea.
Well, you said you referred to getting into trouble. Have you had some repercussions already?
Yeah, I've been threatened with being charged with espionage. I've had my life threatened by them, my wife's life threatened by them, and I mean, I don't know where else you can go from there.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us. Pretty interesting stuff you've got to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The caller identified himself as a former employee of Area 51 and claimed to have worked on extraterrestrial spacecraft propulsion systems. He dropped a bombshell. There were 9 alien spacecraft housed at a secret facility. Although initially hesitant to reveal his identity, the man, later confirmed as Bob Lazar, eventually agreed to an on-camera interview with KLAS TV journalist George Knapp.
Gary and Mary Ruth, we've been working on this story for a long time, and we'll tell you right up front that it's going to be hard to swallow.
In the interview, Lazar stated he had been assigned to Area S4, a facility near the infamous Area 51, to study and reverse engineer alien technology. Lazar's journey to Area S4 reportedly began after meeting physicist Edward Teller, known as the father of the hydrogen bomb, at a lecture. Teller helped him secure a position at Los Alamos National Laboratory, where he worked before being reassigned to the secretive facility. His account of the extreme secrecy surrounding Area S4 included descriptions of being flown to the site on private jets and transported by buses with blacked-out windows.
The story of Area 51. It exploded around the world. The reason you know about Area 51 is because Bob Lazar and George Knapp on the news 1989 made it a household name. That's the reason.
The S4 facility is an area just off the Papoose lake bed, dry lake bed. And it consists of 9 hangars. The hangars have sloped doors on them with a sand texture coating. Around the opposite end of the hangars, there's the standard entrance where you're dropped off at. You go through a security check, and inside there's a small complex. There is some office space, there's several laboratories, the hangars themselves, of course.
The revelations were staggering. He described seeing 9 alien craft stored in hangars camouflaged into the mountainside at Papoose Lake. Among these, Lazar worked primarily on one disc-shaped craft he called the Sport Model. The Sport Model, according to Lazar, utilized advanced propulsion systems powered by element 115, a material unknown to Earth in 1989, but later confirmed to exist in 2004. Lazar explained that the craft's propulsion worked through gravity amplifiers capable of bending space-time itself, allowing the craft to traverse vast distances instantly. The amplifiers emitted gravity waves, creating a gravity slope that the craft could slide along, similar to a sled going down a hill. This technology enabled the craft to achieve interstellar travel using two modes: atmospheric flight, Omicron, and deep space travel, Delta. Lazar described the craft as being roughly 15 meters in diameter, with 3 levels: a navigation deck with small windows, a central control cabin, and a propulsion system at the bottom. He claimed the alien technology defied known laws of physics, with a reactor operating at 100% efficiency and producing vast amounts of energy through antimatter reactions. He also described seeing all 9 spacecraft at one point, each unique in design, some resembling jelly molds, others cigar-shaped. He alleged one of these was the infamous Roswell craft that had crashed in 1947.
The hangars are all connected together, and there are large bay doors between each one. And there were 9 total that I saw, each one being different.
Lazar traced the origins of the alien craft to the Zeta Reticuli star system, located 39 light-years from Earth.
There's definite proof, and we even have articles from another world, another system. You just can't not tell everyone. A lot of people don't believe that, but I do.
He claimed to have seen autopsy images of aliens, described as short beings with large heads and black eyes, matching the popular depiction of greys. According to Lazar, these beings had visited Earth for thousands of years, even altering human genetics in the distant past. But why did Lazar go public? He claimed he felt threatened after breaching security protocols by bringing friends to witness UFO test flights. These tests, conducted weekly on Wednesday nights, showcased glowing, disc-shaped crafts performing maneuvers that seemed to defy physics. Lazar and his friends managed to film one of these flights, capturing a bright object moving erratically in the sky. He explained that the light came from the reactor ionizing the surrounding air.
When he reached what felt like his bursting point, he took Huff and a few others to the edge of the Groom Mountains to see the flights for themselves. A total of 5 witnesses on 2 consecutive weeks managed to dodge security patrols long enough to see the strange glowing object lift above the mountain.
It came up above the same mountain. It moved around. It did a step move. It actually went up in the air like this and hovered, then dropped way down. Then it just floated around and cruised around, and then it started coming up the mountain range.
This home videotape was recorded during one of the trips to the Groom Mountains.
No, what? Did you see that move it did?
No, I didn't.
It went like this. It went boom, boom. Wow, look how bright it's getting.
Look at it now.
Getting bright.
Not
Here,
bright
hold-
enough for me to get the son of a bitch.
Here, hold on, right here. Are you there?
No.
It is bright right now.
Lazar alleged that after his dismissal from S4, he faced threats, including being shot at while driving, which prompted him to speak out publicly to protect himself.
And have it on the record. Insurance is the true motivation for me.
In the years since, his story has faced intense scrutiny.
Did you knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation?
No.
Critics question his credentials, as records of his claimed degrees from MIT and Caltech have not been found. However, Lazar maintains his claims and notes the extreme efforts to erase his history.
Well, they're trying to make me a non-person.
Explain. You called where?
Well, the schools that I went to, the hospital that I was born at, past job, and essentially nothing comes up with my name in it.
In 2015, the footage Lazar and his friends captured was reanalyzed with advanced imaging software, revealing clearer details of the craft. That same year, on September 14th, humans directly observed gravitational waves for the first time, a discovery that adds a scientific context to Lazar's claims of manipulating gravity. The official announcement of the creation of element 115 came in February 2004. Was Lazar a whistleblower revealing one of humanity's greatest secrets, or a clever fabricator? His story continues to ignite debate, captivating both skeptics and believers alike. Feel free to leave your comments below.